Welcome back to our new and improved message recap. We have a different studio, so it's a different look. We go over the messages that were spoke on the previous Sunday, and this Sunday we talked about let me back up. We started a new message series.
We did.
Called Practicing Prayer, and we had a message it was based on, based on honesty.
Yep.
Being honest.
Honesty. Why? Basically, the thing was, why pretend when we pray? You know, why say words we don't normally use? Why try and hide parts of our heart that most of us would readily admit God already knows anyway?
Right.
Let's just share the good, the bad, and the ugly, and let's just get it out there. We're supposed to be talking to God. We're supposed to be building this connection and this relationship with Him. We would never have good relationships if we were never honest with each other,
right,
you know?
Right.
Obviously, we're at different levels of honesty, but even more so with God. And my favorite part of the message was talking about those 5 examples at the end. You know what? I don't want to forgive.
Right.
I'm not sorry.
Not sorry, yeah.
And I know I shouldn't be doing this, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Right.
I will guarantee no other church in America in the last 5 years has encouraged people to pray, I'm not sorry.
Right. Or I'm not sure that I believe in you.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
that's
How
another
about this one? We've talked about this many times. I've never loved God with all my heart. Ever. And we sing songs, I love you with all my heart.
You can have it all. No, you can't.
You can have what I'll let you have.
But let's back up.
pretty much.
Let's back up. I thought this is such an interesting thought because I'm not sure we know how to be honest with ourselves. I'm serious. It just comes down to that, to really identify what we feel. We have 2 habits, I think, and I think we're taught this. We have two ways to either ignore my real, true thoughts, desires, and feelings, or just think positive. Think positive, which is another way of ignoring. But to really identify my honest feelings, we're not taught how to do that. And I think we're getting better as a culture, saying, get in tune with your feelings kind of thing. But I'm not sure that's really still hitting the mark of honesty, of really being honest. No, I really do want to get high every day. I do.
What?
I want to. Now, I don't for many reasons.
Yeah.
And it's something that I can control. Now, there are other things in my desires that I can't control right now, but being honest with that, with people around me, and sometimes people can't handle the truth. We're just not used to people being honest. I remember, probably a dozen years ago, as you guys remember this, when my wife and I were actually split up because we were having marriage issues. We were going to counseling, and real counseling makes things worse before they make things better. Do you know why? Because honesty comes out.
Because the reason you need counseling is because you've never been honest.
You've never been honest. And honesty seems cruel. At times, honesty can seem so hurtful. But unless you're honest, you said, if you go to a counselor and you don't tell them the truth, what are you there for? Kind of a
waste of time.
This idea of just being honest. Who am I? What do I think? What do I desire? And then sharing that with God. And I love in the message you kind of got this idea of would have been cool to have a cabinet there or something. And it's inside here. Until we open the doors to that cabinet or to that closet, we're not letting God in. He's aware, but we're not letting Him. We're not sharing this with Him. And so, hey, it's hidden. And I heard many, many years ago that the sin that really controls you is the sin that's not confessed. The sin that's hidden, that we're not honest about, that sin or that problem will destroy you.
What do you think about, because I mentioned it real quick when we did I know it's a sin, but, and then I said, listen, I'm not condoning sin.
Right.
And don't you think that some people's they feel like if they're honest with it, well, then somehow I'm trying to just excuse it and God's okay with it. That's not what I mean.
I'm promoting it.
Yeah.
No, I'm being honest with it. And I think that's why we've never been taught to be honest in church. We really haven't. Let's be honest. We've never been taught to be honest in church with that kind of talking to God because we don't want to admit that it's almost we've been taught that if you say what you're experiencing, you're condoning it, you're advertising it,
Yeah.
you're, proud of it, whatever. And it's just not true. There's a difference between being honest and justifying. But honesty can just be explaining. I know I have many times in my life just been honest with God with, hey, this is where I'm at. But you already know that. But I am telling you so that I'm opening the curtain, I'm opening the door. When I tell you, Father, that I don't love you with all of my heart, I just want you to know I know that. Well, he already knew it. But now there's no secret.
Right.
There's no closet. Now God
There's
is involved.
nothing in the way
Right.
anymore. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. I know. This was probably 3 or 4 months ago. I went to a friend's house, and they, got this new house, and it's awesome, and just this like jealousy for probably 3 or 4 days, just super ugly. Casey's talked to me about it several times after, you better watch out for that. It's like, I thought it was gone, but I remember during those times I was like, God, what the heck? Like, wait a minute. Like, I dedicated my life and all these, different stupid reasons in my little small perspective. But I was very, very frustrated at God because I felt like that was, anyway, I had thought that was a dream I had let die when I decided to go into ministry. And I realized,
It's
oh,
still
crap.
very much
didn't
alive.
die.
It's still there. I hit it for a while. I pushed it down. There were no triggers for a while,
Right.
Yeah.
but it ain't dead.
Yeah.
Right.
It was not dead at all.
But now you allow God in to work in that area of your life to change your perspective when you're open to. If we did not, I think of somebody going to the doctor, and if they said, the doctor says, "Hey, how can I help you?" Well, I don't have a problem. Whoa, okay, I can't help you. I don't have a problem. When we go to God, say, "Hey, I got a lot of problems."
I can't tell you what it is because if I speak it, it comes into existence.
Yeah.
And I don't want to, I don't want to do that.
It's all the more real. Yes.
Wait a minute. Like, what the heck?
That used to be a huge thing.
Sometimes Christians are so weird.
I don't hear that as much anymore, but maybe I'm in different circles or don't read or listen to certain people.
I thought you were going to say Christian stuff.
No, that kind of that name and claim it kind of stuff. I just don't see that as prevalent as it used to be. Now I know there's still preachers out there but don't say you're sick. Okay, I'm going to go to the doctor and I'm going to say, "Hey, pray for a healing." Well, for what?
I can't tell you.
I'm not sick. Well, then you need a healing.
I can't.
Gee,
if I put a
need
name to
healing?
it,
If
then
I-
it's going to be.
If I confess I'm sick, then I got to own it. And then, yeah, well, until you confess it or own it, I can't help you. I don't know how to pray for you. You're a well person. Just be weller. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. I don't mean to make fun of that, but that's how ridiculous it
It's
is.
like going to Betty Ford and say,
Yeah.
what do you need help with? Nothing. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm not addicted
Well,
to
then
anything.
why are you here?
I have no issues. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
But that honesty thing is just so important. And who are we fooling? If we talk to God and we're not honest, what are we doing?
He's,
Yeah.
I mean, I was going to say sitting up there, whatever. He's sitting and he's just like, oh my God,
Yeah.
really? Why don't you just go do something? You're not even acknowledging me anyway. You're not inviting me in to do anything anyway. Just quit pretending. I'm right here. I'm okay with whatever you're going to tell me.
Have you ever watched one of your kids out the window or something, watch one of your kids do something wrong? And then they come in and you ask them about it and they say, "No, I didn't do that." I saw you do it. But you just kind of getting information out of them. And it's just so ridiculous it is. Like, I know you did it. I saw you do it out of the window. And I say, "Well, I didn't do that." "No, I didn't do that." That's pretty tough to deal with,
Yeah.
And we go to God and we're not honest with him. But it's freeing to be honest. You said it when we started. In relationships, we wouldn't have relationships if we weren't honest. And you said there's different degrees.
Totally.
That is a great illustration of, you would say, the more intimate you are with somebody, the more honest you are with somebody. And I believe
Well,
this
the
is-
amount of honesty determines the amount of intimacy or
yes,
closeness.
exactly. And so if we're all to talk to somebody, or if we're thinking about this, I'm going to talk to God. I want to be connected. I want to be one with God. Then shouldn't he be the one that we are most open, most vulnerable, most intimate with, most honest with? And of course.
I didn't mention it during the message at all, but during the prayer, I really just kind of felt like this, okay, we're going to be honest with you. And this, like, we have to understand God is safe sort of idea, which is maybe a totally different message. But think about, in the different relationships, we're not honest because we don't think it's safe.
Yeah.
Well, my spouse is going to use this against me, or my friend's going to use it against me, or people are going to judge me behind my, whatever sort of thing.
Right.
And like, we've got to understand God is not like that.
Right.
We can bare our souls, and his love doesn't change, his grace doesn't change, how he works in our life might actually increase. He is the safest place to let it all out.
And part of that is because he already knows. We are
that's
fooling ourselves to
kind
not
of a
just
weird
say,
thought.
Father.
Yeah. And the thing is,
God knows, but I'm not going to tell him.
right.
Yeah.
So I'm just not going to tell him. What? Why? It is that way though with relationships. I mean, you
Yeah.
said that people use stuff against you. So when you're talking to God, do you feel like he's gonna show his wrath or something on
Well, maybe
you?
that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to maybe consciously think about that when we're going to God. That's right. God already knows he's safe.
Yeah.
And then pursue. Because
And then-
we live in a world where we don't trust people, and trust is earned and all that. I do believe, though, in the end, that the more honest we are, even with people we can't trust, it's just easier life.
Keeping up a
So-
lie is hard.
It
It's
is.
hard work.
Just,
It really is, because you've got to
Yeah.
remember like the lie you told about the lie, and then you've got to follow this whole chain of what did I
Yeah.
tell this person? What did I tell this person?
I
very
remember
difficult.
hanging around pastors, and the whole thing of my language isn't always the best. But
How'd you like that
Yeah.
about the conference?
Yep.
You're just like, yeah, I know. I wanted to tell your story, but I didn't want to like embarrass you.
Yeah.
when you
it's crazy. But that whole idea, if people look at you like, wow, you're a bad Christian or whatever, and I have said this to people, and I'd like to say it to everybody. Oh, you don't even know me. I'm way worse than that. I'm way worse than that.
This
If you
is the
saw my
surface.
you
heart,
thought that word was
yeah,
bad.
yeah, you thought that word was bad.
Gosh.
Well, you don't know me.
You don't know my actions.
Yeah,
You
my
see
heart
nothing.
is evil, but you have no idea.
I was
how
just watching this
evil.
show last night. It's called Alone, and one of the guys on there was like, I think he was a retired pastor or whatever, and like his homemade fishing line or something broke, or he spilled something. and- No. He went, "Huh." No, you'll notice there I didn't say anything out loud because I'm a good Christian man. I just thought, like, bull. Like, you said it in your heart, and that's where it counts. And, like, God dang it.
Especially if you're the only one there.
Yeah, what are you talking about? There's nobody around. He's in the wilderness alone for 10-mile radius. Oh, you'll notice I didn't say it. Like,
You said a word in the
Wait a minute.
message. Started with a B. What was it?
oh, not that.
No. But that
Immediately
word.
where my head went, I was like, he didn't say that. in the
No, he said
message.
a word, I think twice. And I thought,
Do you remember what I used it? Or, like,
the other B word could have fit right in. And I just thought, it's weird, okay, off topic, but I thought, why do we accept that word? That is just, but not the other B word. Because you said it like nobody would even think anything of it, but why do we accept
I don't
that?
remember.
That is a harsh, horrible, terrible word, but we accept that.
I don't remember.
You don't remember.
No, not
Hey,
at all.
if anybody knows, put it in the comments section.
Yeah, if you remember what that word was. I know when I was going through like Moses and Job, their stuff, when I was reading it, like I know how I would pray. And I had to catch myself a couple times, like Job saying like, what the heck is going on? Like, that's not how I would have
Yeah.
said it, but
Yeah.
you know, So
Yeah.
Wow.
a B word twice.
Yeah.
Both services?
Yep.
Okay.
Did
I
we
don't know.
record the first or the second?
First
went
service
out.
is up.
I can just watch that and tell you what it was.
Yeah, that's interesting. And that also brings up a good point of, you know, you would have said it differently. You would have said much different words.
Oh, for sure.
And people think, I can't talk to God that way. That's not respectful. That's not. I'm not. Who am I to talk to God like that?
That
You know?
that last line or second to last line for Moses' prayer, like if this is how it's going to keep going,
Kill me.
why
Kill
don't
me
you just
now.
go ahead and kill me?
Yeah.
I have prayed that more times than I want to admit in the last 2 years. Like, you know what?
Put me out of my misery.
If this is what it's going to be from now on, I don't want to be here anymore. Like, screw it all. Just go ahead and kill me, God. I'm ready.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that one was very. I felt everything Moses was saying. Like that one.
Yeah.
That hit me.
Yeah. I didn't ask for this dung. I don't want to do this. Feces. Yeah.
B word. I'm gonna have to go back and look.
Man.
Yeah, put in the comments.
Yeah. That'll be a good one. Let's see if anybody paid attention and caught a harsh B word.
Well, I'm
Out of the
listening to it and I thought, everybody's just accepting this word. If he'd have said the other one, everybody would have went, what's the difference in the two? I couldn't figure it out.
Culture.
Yeah, just weird.
It really is just
what
culture.
what we value and what we don't, and the point you guys just made. God just values what's in here. You don't care how it comes out. It's just if it's in there. I don't care what letters you put together to describe your frustration and anger. It's frustration and anger. Okay.
Right. He doesn't care how it comes out. He just wants it to come out.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, it was a good first week. It was a really good first week. If you missed it, sorry about that. You can definitely watch it online, though, and be caught up for next week when you show up. And we'll see you next week.